How are you?
Hey, what's up, Travis?
Not much. Just curious. What's the dynamic for you guys with this Baylor game? Obviously, they've been awesome this year, but haven't played in 3 weeks. So, just how do you approach that game?
Yeah, when you look back, and then even when you look at when we played them, you go back to January 2nd, and we played them really well. When you look at all their games 2 minutes ago, we're down 5 with the ball. That's probably as good as anybody's played them when you got down to the stretch. But they haven't played in 3 weeks. Last game, against Texas, and then the challenge against Auburn, and so I think it'll. I don't think they would change much because they've been so successful doing what they do, especially from the defensive standpoint. Offensively, um, they give the guards a ton of freedom. They play with a lot of ball screens. Um, I don't see them changing much. I think the one thing is how much rust will they have, because I'm not sure if how many days they practice. If they practiced all week, if it's just been 2 3 days, and so I think from that standpoint, it gives us an opportunity, hopefully, to get a good start down there. But obviously, we know how good they are. Those guards is good. The backcourt, Mitchell and Butler, as good as anyone in the country, and then defensive, they're as good as anybody in the country.
What do you What do you anticipate doing with your lineup after changing things up on Saturday?
I could, I've been juggling that this morning. Thinking I may go with the group that played in the second half from that standpoint, from a guard standpoint. Um, I'm still kind of tossing it around a little bit, and I'll talk to the guys at practice. We go here in a little bit, but but we're going to need Jaden and Javen. If they do come off the bench, we're going to need them to play really well, because this is a game we're going to have to really guard and play with a great pace.
I know it's only been 36 hours or something since the game, but for those guys who are used to playing minutes to sit the whole second half, how do you feel like they've taken that and are going to use it moving forward?
Man, I thought they were good. And you're probably just talking about Javen and Jaden, I would think.
Yeah, yeah.
I think they're great. I texted with both those guys this morning. I saw both of those guys this morning. They're over here. Jaden's down there right now lifting weights. Javen is too. They're in good spirits. I think they understood, the reason we stayed with those guards in the second half. From that standpoint, I thought those guys were playing well, and they gave us a great lift off the bench, Trey and Tyler. And so, but I thought their spirit and their focus has been really good. We were off yesterday, but I think today they've been really good so far, and I expect, we won't go long today, but I expect those guys to be good and bounce back, because we need both of those guys. They've both showed flashes of doing some really good things and helping us throughout the course of the year. And like I said, with the guard court that Baylor has, you're gonna have to throw a lot of different guys so we can stay fresh defensively.
From the scheduling standpoint, is there any mounting anxiousness or frustration that you don't know if you're playing 3 games next week or not?
Yeah, I think that's the goal, is to play 3. We're definitely not playing Thursday from what I was told. Now, I couldn't see them throwing a Thursday game on right now. So I think it's here Tuesday, Baylor, at Baylor Tuesday, TCU Saturday. And then the goal is to get all those 3 games in next week from what I was told a little bit ago. If it ends up being 2, that may help the matters in the standpoint of getting ready for conference tournament next week. But I know there's a lot of teams in our league have a lot of games still to make up. I think Kansas is the only team that doesn't have a makeup game. And Kansas State, I think, only has one, and that's ours. But everybody's been affected different by this, by COVID and the pandemic. And so, we'll find out. I'm sure we'll find out here in the next couple of days whether it's going to be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, or just 2 games. But I'm assuming we play 2, at least 2, possibly 3 next week.
Do you want to play all 3 games, or is that asking a lot from your guys and rolling into the tournament?
Yeah, I want to do what's best for everybody involved, and that's from the league to the conference, and to the players. I think that's, I want to do what's best for everybody involved, but there's a lot of factors, involved in it as well that we got to understand and respect. And so, we're going to play Wednesday, in Kansas City. So you want to be as fresh in case you're able to make a run over there. But whether it's 2 or 3, I'm sure it won't be 1. I would assume it's going to be either 2 or 3. And if it is 2, you hope you get 1 home, 1 road. If it's 3, then it's 2 road, 1 home.
Thank you. See you in Waco.
All right. Thanks, Travis.
Randy, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Steve, have you spoken with Jamie over the past 4, 5, 6, 7 week and a half, let's just say, about the Iowa State program and your job going forward?
And I speak to Jamie all the time. You know, Jamie's a good friend of mine, been a great leader and a mentor for me. We speak all the time. So, I mean, there's nothing different than in the past.
Did your job situation come up?
Now, we just talk. I mean, we meet all the time, talk all the time, you know, whether it's text, phone. So, you know, there's nothing different. I mean, I think that's the norm when you're having communication.
You wish he would come out and say something now, publicly? I'm sorry.
No, there's nothing to say. I mean, you know, I've got a job to do. I'm coaching my team and trying to finish strong and get these guys over the hump. That's it. So, you know, Jamie's been phenomenal. And like I said, we talk all the time. So that's what relationships are about.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks.
Any other questions? All right. I don't see any.